How committed are we to bringing you, the viewer, the morning wager each and every Monday through Friday here on WagerTalk TV? Well, not even the United States military can stop us. Mark Zinno, thank you for your service. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate we're able to do the show today, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, one thing about military precision is that when we find a window where we can operate, we get it in. And that's what we're doing here this morning. So I appreciate the flexibility of you and Mr. Alexander, given the demands of the United States government and what they ask of me. And you guys demand of us entertainment and three somewhat manageable picks that might be right.
It is. And by the way, the best bet segment is now back to being the best bet segment because the Seattle Mariners cashed yesterday. I was the lone loser in my half of the double play.
Well, you're typically the lone loser on this show.
Well, I don't like what you're saying right now. Okay. And by the way, going back to what you were saying about the military, when people, think of discipline and fighting, certainly the name Brian Power comes.
Well, that's exactly. I mean, listen, I got to tell you, there are mornings where I have to get up early and train, and I think to myself, what would Brian Power do? WWBP. What would Brian Power do? Okay?
Just probably roll over and ask when the war is over. All right. Anyway,
go back to sleep and be like, that's exactly what motivates me. BP would stay in bed.
A very interesting Major League Baseball slate as we bring it back, as we bring the focus back to the athletes here, Zinno. A lot of teams that are big favorites on this Wednesday slate. I mean, we have what here? 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6,
7, 8. 8 games where the favorite is minus 180 or higher on the money line.
Okay, I was going minus 200, but yeah, 6.
But I think that's like 6 or 7. It's crazy. So what do? We're not going to lay that kind of juice, guys. You understand that. We're going to go alternate markets. Both Mark Zinno and I will be giving you a team total here in the next couple minutes.
Powell and I live alternative lifestyles. Wait, no, we don't.
For yourself, buddy. Okay. All right. Mark Zinno in the, what is that? The pink pony, whatever. We're not even getting into that right now. You could talk about the Mets team total, though.
Pink pony. That's a strip club in Atlanta.
Oh.
I think. I've been there for almost 11 years and I've never been to a strip club in Atlanta. Not once.
I heard the strip club scene was good down in
Atlanta. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've never been.
Why have you never gone?
It's not really my thing, I mean, like when I go shopping, I like to bring something home. You can't take anything home there.
Remember when we were in the back of an Uber in Vegas on the way to a strip club and I was chopping you like Ric Flair the whole time?
I don't know why, but it started to hurt after a while. What's hurt as of late? The Pittsburgh Pirates. They are god awful.
Yes.
If it wasn't for the Rockies and the White Sox, we would talk about the Pirates as the most disgraceful franchise in all of Major League Baseball. They've lost the first 2 games to the New York Mets by a score of 4-3 and 2-1. Tonight, they are sending to the mound a guy named Bailey Falter, who, along with 2 or 3 other starters, you ever had like that one starter that no matter what you do in the game against that starter, it usually ends up being wrong? I'm dumb enough to go back and play against Bailey Falter. It seems like every time I play against him, he beats me. Every time I play on him, he loses. But we're going to go against him here. Why? Because the Mets, who are one of the highest scoring teams in baseball, have only scored 6 runs in the first 2 games combined. Bailey Falter is a lefty. If you'd like some advantageous numbers about the New York Mets when they bat against left-handed pitchers, and particularly left-handed pitchers at home, well, those numbers are quite favorable. Why? Because the Mets have the second highest batting average at 303 in all of Major League Baseball. They have the second highest OPS at 851, and they have the second highest WRC plus at 146. The only team that's better than the Mets against left-handed pitching at home is their crosstown rival, the New York Yankees, who, as Brian Power likes to say, is feast or famine. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Brian Power sucks. That said, I think the Mets break out here in this game. They have Clay Holmes on the mound. Interestingly enough, another stat that Brian Power doesn't like, run support. Clay Holmes gets 5.8 runs of support per start. The Mets are 7-1 when he starts. The Mets are headed for a sweep. If you're feeling a little frisky, I'd even lay the 1.5 with the Mets here in this spot as well. I think both of them are viable. I think both of them are connected. Is there a world where the Mets win this game 4-1? Sure. But if that happens, it's because Bailey Falter went hog wild and was, better than expected, but I just don't think he's going to be that good. And he's given up 6 home runs in the year. I know Citi Field isn't a place where a lot of home runs are given up. However, Bailey Falter has given up 3 of those home runs on the road. He's 0-2 on the road with an ERA of 6. So again, long-winded way of saying Mets team total over 4.5.
You know, I took umbrage with some of the things you said during that.
Oh, you're a big Bailey Falter fan?
No, not at all. That was actually one thing I agreed with completely.
You think run support is hogwash and Clay Holmes is overrated?
Actually, think Clay Holmes is pretty good.
Oh, okay. All right.
But,
well, then you take umbrage with it.
The unnecessary pot shot at me. If you caught the show yesterday, my feast or famine analysis of the New York Yankees offense could have been more true because it was famine yesterday. That's why they lost. That's why I invested in the Seattle Mariners cash.
I think you got lucky.
You agreed with the play.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think you got lucky. I think you got lucky by the score being 2-1. It should have been 7-6 Mariners. So your famine would have been not so feminist.
Oh, it was famine.
You're more feminine than famine.
Again, that's uncalled for. And I don't appreciate it. Something I do appreciate was your angle on that Mets-Pirates game, though. I like isolating the Mets team total because I think there's a chance the Mets could cash their team total and this game could still stay under. Do you know the last time the Pittsburgh Pirates scored more than 4 runs in a game, Mark Zinno? Guess a date.
Donald Trump administration, the first one?
No, it's been since then. It has been in the second administration.
Gotcha. Okay. I would
say it was this season.
Okay. April
22nd.
Wow.
That was almost a month ago.
Whoa.
It's a very bad baseball team, the Pirates. So, yeah, I think to your point about maybe even being willing to lay the 1.5, not something I do with the home team, but
that's right. You couldn't lay the 1.5 with the home team because they might not get that final at bat.
You know what? I hope
you shouldn't need the final at bat. It's the Pirates.
I hope the Mets win 4-0 now and don't have to bat in the bottom of the ninth. Just because the way you've spoken to me.
It's a dick thing to say.
I know. All right. A dick thing to say was also my half of the double play yesterday. That was the one play that was wrong. I said to take the over in White Sox Reds. Well, it was only 1-1 after 9 innings. I think what is your opinion? Do you just panic when there's a rain delay and you have a play on the game?
Oh, so I automatically
I don't think I have ever won a game.
There's rain in the forecast with the Mets and Pirates tonight.
Oh. I don't think I've ever won a game that's been delayed by rain in the history of my life.
It's miserable. You may as well consider it a loss.
Yeah, and we actually had a chance actually the White Sox scored 4 runs in the top of the 10th, and I thought there was a chance there that maybe we could get that over, but alas, we did not. But we are coming back with a team total over. Like I said, both Mark and I giving you team total overs for our respective halves of the double play today. Milwaukee at Cleveland, 1:10 Eastern here up I-77. The Brew Crew have been shut out in back-to-back games to start the series at Progressive Field. Their lineup, Mark, now 28th in slugging, 27th in on-base percentage. That's not very good. And so I know it's no fun betting on what I'm going to tell you in offense with numbers like those. However, I like Milwaukee team total over 3.5 for this one. The Guardians starting pitching over the last week has been lights out, but Gavin Williams, who's going this afternoon, has been getting away with a lot of walks his last couple starts. 9 walks to be exact in the last 2. For the season, Mark, the Brewers still average 4.5 runs per game on the road. Rewind to Monday, I was willing to bet them over 2.5 in the first 5 in what I thought was an advantageous matchup against Ben, don't call me Blake Lively, but Lively, he actually only pitched 3 innings because of injury, and the Brewers did nothing in that game, obviously. But I'll gladly come back. You give me a full game with only needing 4 runs, I'll take it with Milwaukee. That is my half the double play. Brew Crew team total over 3.5.
Back-to-back shutouts sounds like a weekend of Brian Power in college. No scoring.
Wrong. I was voted the most handsome man at Ohio University, 1998 to 2002.
You were not, really?
No. Who would vote on that? The fact that you even believe that slightly should be an indictment. I don't know. I mean, glad you're not making the decisions in that room today.
No.
Anyway, the NBA. By the way, you were a winner on $5 Tuesday.
I was.
I was not.
And not only that, holy shit. Sheet. I got an NBA play right. The one I gave out yesterday. Pacers team total over 110.5. I mean,
Cavs are out.
Millhouse. I mean, did you check the weather forecast in hell? It's snowing. I told that to my old man is watching my kids, right? Well, I'm here doing military training, and he was at my kids' Little League game, and he told me that my son Dominic caught a fly ball in the outfield. I'm like, did you check the forecast in hell? Is it snowing?
That's hard to do, man. You know, whenever there's a fly ball, I don't know. Maybe at the level they're playing at, it's pretty good. But you know,
he said
my daughter. There is no chance my daughter could catch a pop fly. No.
He told me, my father told me I was being mean, and I'm just like, no, I'm just being accurate. The kid,
there's no discipline anymore. You can't yell at kids anymore.
What happened?
You can't be mean to kids anymore. I
can be mean to my own kids.
Oh,
You're supposed to be mean to your own kids.
Oh, excuse me.
Look, kids should fear their father more than any other person on earth. Forget the cops, forget teachers. Kids should fear their old man more than anything. I know I feared my old man. Right?
Mm-hmm. Mark Zinno with some bonus parenting advice for all of you here in the year 2025.
You tune into the morning wager for the picks. You get the entertainment and free parenting advice.
Again,
if kids aren't scared of you. Problem.
Fear is what I install in the youth of America.
I want my kids to fear me. They'll love me and respect me later on in life. Right now, when this hand comes up, boom.
My God, it's completely uncalled for. Oh. You know what else was uncalled for?
It goes like this.
You know what else was uncalled for was the Denver Nuggets 3-point shooting last night. It cost me my $5 play. I loved that over last night. We talked about on the show, odds makers had dropped the total. There was value in taking the over. It was right at the precipice the whole game. Like, I'm like, maybe this is good. I'm like, and Denver just died in that fourth quarter. The NBA playoffs, they can be a confounding exercise. The Cavs are out. That's very sad. For me, I can't believe they just rolled over like dogs like that against Indiana. But two more teams facing elimination this evening as we turn to our best bet segment. Yes, it is back to being a best bet, and it is in the NBA. Boston Celtics, your New York Knicks, Mark Zinno. The Celtics, shockingly, are facing elimination. They are down 3-1, despite having a big lead in all 4 games. Jason Tatum, he's not playing for a long time.
No.
Achilles is done. The value's on the Celtics. I don't give a damn what anybody says. And that is going to be our best bet.
Okay. Well, I may as well not even say anything after that because Brian Power doesn't give a damn. Yes, we went from best bet back to it's a bet. Now it's a best bet again. Look, I mean, here's the other thing too. And I told Brian Power, said Celtics team total over 106. And he said to me, okay, yeah, I kind of like it, but I think we're better off here. I think there's actually more outs with the spread than anything else. I mean, there is a certain correlation factor to the Celtics getting over their total because, again, this total has dropped 2 points. Now, I think there's a fair argument to say that there's an overreaction in the marketplace to the line. Jason Tatum alone is worth more than 2 points, right? I mean, the Knicks likely, even if Tatum doesn't get hurt, go on to win that game anyway. Is that fair to say? Right? But if Tatum's in this game, BP, the line is probably Celtics minus 6, 7.
I think even higher.
7.5.
If they were facing elimination and had Tatum, yeah, this line is at least
right. I mean, look, Cleveland was facing elimination. They were laying 7.5 last night as the better team. So, yeah, I think you're right in a sense where there's a world where they win this thing 103-95, right? I still don't trust the Knicks to get over their team total either. Like the Knicks scoring 100 is an unlikely possibility. I think the game worked out that way last time because Boston was making a ton of threes, and you're going to get some role players to step up at home, right? This is a game where you bet Derek White, where you bet
Peyton Pritchard.
Not Cole Hauser. What's the other guy's name? Sam Hauser. I always want to say Cole. Cole because of Yellowstone. But anyway, so I think the role players step up. And, of course, Jalen Jaylen Brown is,
he needs to step up.
His point total over. I think he goes off when Brown is out in big spots. So he's going to score 30 tonight. I think we could look at all those things. But our it's a best bet, Celtics minus 4.5.
Yeah, just a few things. The Knicks shot 54% overall last game. I don't think that's happening again. And for the record, Boston in games 1 and 2 here at home of this series closed -9 and -10.
That's insane.
Now, so you're getting, I mean, obviously in retrospect, spread was maybe a little high, but we're getting the value here. Yeah, if you're from a player prop perspective here, if you're into that, I would be looking to bet a lot of guys over for Boston. I think there's going to be a lot of contributions. Pritchard's the guy too, especially from 3. I don't know why he was on the bench so long. Missoula has not had a good series, but I think the Celtics stay alive tonight, cover the spread. Mark Zinno agrees. It's our best bet.
If the Knicks are in the Eastern Conference Finals, what happens to my life?
I don't know.
Yeah, me either.
Is it going to change significantly? I mean, you're going to watch more TV. I
mean,
we're going to watch the games anyway, right? So maybe that's
I wasn't married the last time the Knicks made an Eastern Conference Finals.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
My God, what happened to this sad franchise?
Exactly. Knicks Eastern Conference Finals. Last time the Knicks were in Eastern Conference Finals. Are you ready?
Was it the Larry Johnson when I was in college? Remember when he used to make a 3 and do
99, 2000?
Yes, it was. Yes, that's what it was. Larry Johnson would make those threes and he would go like this. LJ, that was sweet. Grandmama.
The last time the Knicks were it wasn't even this millennium, or barely this millennium.
In college that year.
I mean, my God, Reggie Miller was still playing. Remember?
We'll see a lot of that if it's Knicks Pacers.
I don't.
You will see that ad nauseum.
It's been a quarter century since the Knicks were in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's embarrassing. How bad has this franchise been?
I saw that you were going back and forth on Twitter, ripping on various people in recent.
Well, Knicks fans, we have a lot to be pissed about.
Phil Jackson did steal a paycheck, didn't he?
Oh God, did he ever? Oh God, what an embarrassing turn of events that was. Look, the sad part is that there's a part of me that still wants James Dolan to sell the team because he's incorrigible and probably a consummate a-hole. But
his brother owns the Guardians.
Does he really?
Yes.
So we're like brothers, you and me.
From another mother?
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug. Brother. All right.
I don't want you to get in trouble. It's been a show. Yeah. We had a best bet.
Mm-hmm.
A couple team totals in Major League Baseball, everybody. If you liked what you heard, smash that thumbs up. We would appreciate your support of the Morning Wager. Also, make sure to comment down below with your favorite.
I'll have to do it tomorrow.
Oh, no.
I have to roast one of our coworkers. Or stupid comment in your college football.
God. No. Okay. We're going to, no. Okay, Dan, cut the show. Cut the vlog.
Come on. And it's happening tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
Oh, look at me. Not alive.
I love a sloppy caller, yeah.
I mean, how do you write that in a slide?
It's very simple. You type number 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Good, it's fair to say.
Godspeed, everyone.
Watch my winnings
Remember to
grow.
subscribe.